All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me once again. I'm still your casting host, Beef, bringing you game number 3 in this best of 5 series. Coming out of Assembly Summer 2012, the group stage number 2, round of 16. This TVT is all tied up at 1 win apiece. Let's get right into it. Here in the bottom left-hand corner of Entombed Valley, dropping game number 2, losing to a very strong mech play from his opponent. Favoring Bio of himself, we'll see how he pulls it out in this game. He's playing for Team Evil Geniuses, the Devil Terran himself, DeMuslim. And his opponent really teaching us how to mech last game on Ohana, showing that siege tanks are pretty dang good units. He's the Blue Terran. Playing for Team Liquid, he's Taeja. So Taeja in that last game just showing some absolutely gorgeous mech. You know, you call me whatever you want. You call me a copycat of Artosis. I love watching mech in TVT. I think it is so cool to watch. I'm a Zerg player myself. I see mech come out from my Terran opponent, and I say, holy crap, I hate my life right now. Dealing with mech is so hard. Blue Flame Hellions kill all my drones. They make my Zerglings just like, they're like, oh, they're terrible. But in TVT, I absolutely love watching mech. So I really hope that mech does come out again in this game. Unfortunately, though, Entombed Valley, not necessarily the favorable map, with it being so large, the push distances being relatively long here. It might not be something that good to do. But at the same time, there are some favorable elements here. Small ramps, forcing chokes from Bio really does favor a siege tank based composition. So we'll see. Let's take a look at these builds right away. It looked like about a 13 barracks going to be coming down there for Liquid Taeja. Going to be dropping that Rax first, or his opponent is going to be going CC first, dropping that CC on 15. And DeMuslim, once again, going to be favoring the economic-based opening. And his opponent really just going to be looking like he wants to try to do some aggression. Once again, going to be possibly making his way... Oh, a little bit of audio echo. I hope that didn't make its way to the cast. Sorry. Looking like he might want to do some aggression. But with all these minerals starting to bank right here, yeah, the CC is, in fact, going to come down over here. And the orbital command will be following relatively soon as that barracks does finish up. DeMuslim dropping 2 barracks back at home as well. Neither player taking a gas for the time being. Both these players trying to vie for control of this middle ground, want to be able to control the scouting of their opponents. One Marine going to be making its way down here once again. We'll see if Taeja is able to put any early aggression out with this Marine. Nice stutter step micro there. That SCV is going to fall. There's absolutely no way that it is getting away. And this SCV going to be even dropping a bunker over here, as Marines are looking like they want to clean up at home first. So this is going to be some relatively fainted aggression. But the one SCV actually loading up into the command center there. That was a really cool play. A few SCVs and a Marine going to be making their way down right here, really being taken seriously. This bunker, DeMuslim really just does not want to really screw around with this at all. He's going to be landing that orbital command, or excuse me, that command center, and morphing at orbital command very soon here. Canceled by Taeja, canceled by Taeja. He's going to get that canceled. Taeja is crazy. He's superhuman how good he is at making sure things don't go wrong. And there it is, the third CC going to be coming out here for our Liquid player. This is something that he's really known for. 3 CC play off of 2 bases, getting really greedy in that opening. And going to be dropping racks 2 and 3 with gases going to be following here very soon. I would expect that would be a normal build for him. Marines and SCVs going to be starting to make their way across the map for DeMuslim now. Looking like he's going to want to put the aggression back onto his opponent. And we'll see if Taeja does have the proper forces to defend this. A couple of Marines, or a handful of Marines, going to be sitting here waiting for this bunker to complete. But DeMuslim, if he gets up that ramp right here before the bunker does in fact complete, this is going to be relatively difficult for our Liquid player to hold. And DeMuslim in a superior position, managing to pick off a couple of these Marines for the time being, even going to be stopping the SCV from finishing that bunker. And it looks like DeMuslim has actually hit a little bit of a timing here, leaving his opponent unprepared. Bunker, in fact, going to be going down for our Evil Geniuses player this time, as the Marines start to take fire over here at the orbital command. Marines and SCVs going to be joining the fight for the Liquid player, really wanting to make sure that this aggression is stopped in earnest. the bunker does not look like it's going to complete for the time being, as these Marines are going to start microing backward. You're going to be focusing down as many SCVs as possible, dealing economic damage here. One Marine even going to be dancing a little bit there in the back. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be fighting. And Taeja does manage to thwart this. DeMuslim going to be canceling the bunker there. Once again, let's take a look at workers killed. DeMuslim killing 8 workers in total despite through those 2 engagements, taking a bit of an economic lead here to compound his economic lead from taking the early command center as well. However, Taeja with that 3rd command center will be able to remake those SCVs very quickly, going up to a total of 4 barracks back home right now is Taeja, with double tech labs and double reactors going to be coming down. So possibly stim and combat shield push going to be coming out here for our Terran player. Well, they're both Terran players. For our Evil Geniuses player, I'm sorry, there's a lot of audio stuff going on right now, and I'm really distracted by it. I don't know what that is. I'll have to investigate that after this game. Bunkers being thrown down by both players. Neither of them wants to take any more risks at this point. Going up to a total of 3 gases right now. Taeja is looking like, for the time being, he really just wants to play bio. Not going to be messing around with any more mech this game. Both players content to go back to game 1 status with that bio. And I've got the hiccups every day when I'm casting. It seems like I get the hiccups. I don't know what is with that. But Engineering Bay going to be starting +1 here for Taeja, going to be sticking with bio. It looks like even with that factory going to be coming down here, he's going to be going for relatively early medevacs, and we'll see if Taeja falls into the same trap that he did with game 1, relying a little bit too much on siege tech to defend and getting caught with his pants down. DeMuslim already incorporating a lot of Marauders into his build here. This is going to be something that's going to be very effective at killing buildings, going to be very effective at dealing with tanks, but without the Marine composition, if his opponent's going pure Marine, then he's going to have a really hard time fighting his opponent's army straight up. And right now, Taeja is going absolutely pure Marine with that reactor going to be coming down here with medevacs, and a total of 3 barracks right now working with 2 reactors, 2 more barracks coming down as well. Both of those will be reactors. So he's going to be working on a total of 4 reactors right now, pumping out 9 Marines at a time. Taeja is going to be absolutely dominating the Marine count here in about a minute and a half. But for the time being, his opponent is actually producing more units. So with DeMuslim moving out across the map right now, a stim push could be coming very soon here, as stim is going to be finishing up just in about 5 seconds here for DeMuslim. He could very well stim down this area. He needs to be pulling SCVs right now, and it looks like the Marauders are going to clean up those bunkers very quickly, but losing a lot of units right now. Both players with stim, but the Marauders taking a lot of damage, but they don't put out much DPS for themselves, and DeMuslim with an absolutely huge blunder right there loses his entire army to those Marines. The Marines just proving so effective against Marauders right there, and just with a poor build composition, or a poor army composition, DeMuslim is actually going to be set back tremendously. Let's take a look at units lost there. DeMuslim losing about 25% more than his opponent. But the crucial thing is that DeMuslim is using a lot of his gas to produce those Marauders. He lost a ton of Marauders in that fight. 3rd CC is going to be making its way out right now for both players as they're going to be landing, knowing that army size is relatively small for both players right now, feeling comfortable to move on out. But there's actually a lot of units on the field right now for our blue player. A total of 28 Marines out right now, with those medevacs going to be healing them up, and he's going to be moving his way across the map, looking for some kind of a timing. Medevac production going to be starting here for the Devil Terran very quickly, as a few more racks do in fact come down. We'll see if tank production starts for either of these players very soon here, and the first tank going to be making its way out once again. Siege tank tech needs to be finished as well if Taeja plans on defending using that. But knowing that he's in quite a bit of an advantage right now, I wouldn't be surprised if Taeja just goes for everything econ focus that he can. Maybe even a 4th CC going to be coming down here relatively soon, going all the way up to 6 gases. So Taeja looking like he's going to want to use, what's he going to use all that gas for? He's going to be dropping a 2nd factory, something like that. Going to be going for triple upgrades. Yeah, the armory going to be kicking off here with an additional upgrade. Going to be making a lot more of his medevac production. Going to be producing everything that he can. Tanks, medevacs, Marines, triple upgrades. Even looking like he might want to be dropping another base over here. This is kind of a weird position. The supply depot is going to be used there primarily to scout for any incoming drops. And with this one Marine over here patrolling already, Taeja is just trying to prepare for absolutely everything. A couple of Marines going to be making their way across the map here for EG.DeMuslim. Wants to make their way over there and see that there's, in fact, no dropships incoming. Wants to check for any kind of scouts or any kind of hidden expansions right now. +2/2 going to be started for EG.DeMuslim as well. +2 weapons is the only upgrade currently running for infantry back at home for our liquid player. +2 armor not necessarily starting just yet. There it is. But with tank production already out in earnest for our liquid player right now, I'd say that Taeja has a superior composition to his opponent. 3 tanks already out on the map, unless EG.DeMuslim is going to be starting tank production very soon here, and he need to double produce tanks if he ever wants to catch up in the siege tank count. Right now, just going for a purely marine-based composition is EG.DeMuslim, and +3 even going to be started here from Taeja right now. No 4th command center going to be moving out just yet, though I do believe that it just finished. There it is. Going to be moving out now as another factory going to be coming out as well, and even a 5th command center. Taeja absolutely loves his command centers. Going to be started here very soon, and the medevac here for EG.DeMuslim going to be retreating as he sees that there is in fact a lot of stuff. Sensor tower, even knowing that the medevac is there, so EG.DeMuslim just kind of sitting there like, what am I going to do? Siege tanks sieging up over here at the 3rd as the command center is going to fall there. It does get canceled, and a huge concave right now for Taeja as EG.DeMuslim realizes that he has just been absolutely outmaneuvered, and GG's out. Taeja taking game number 3, bringing the series to within 1 for himself. EG.DeMuslim falling down here, really not able to capitalize on the same play that he was in the first game, falling to mech, and now even a bio push, realizing that he had the wrong unit composition early on, lost a lot of units and just wasn't able to recover. So going on to game number 4 here. I will see you there. Thank you very much for watching. I've been your casting host. I always want to say hof. What's a hof? Anyway, we'll see you